What's going on, y'all? I'm back. It's your boy B Rax, man. Chill Spot News. Y'all know what's going on. I'm doing it a little different with this one just because this one is a little crazy, bro. And I kind of wanted to deep dive into it and just kind of talk about this Julio Foolio situation. I did get all the paperwork, and I just been seeing like a bunch of different blogs saying different things and people saying different things on the internet or whatever. So I just wanted to go through it because I read through it, bro, and it's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, like it's crazy. I want to share with y'all what I found. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is the arrest paperwork. So this, what I got is what the state is alleging against these five people that is accused of killing Julio Foolio. So I just want to read through it. I don't want to give no opinion on it. I just want to read through it and get the actual facts out there. You get what I'm saying? So we'll just go through it together. I got it. I got all the work. It's 19 pages worth of paperwork. You know what I'm saying? And we just gonna go through it. You know what I'm saying? Get the facts and just get everything out there straight. You know what I'm saying? So when it ain't no more guesswork in it. All right. So we're gonna get right into it. This is the first page. So this is, and you can look any of these folks up. They are in Hillsborough County, Florida. You can go look it up online. That's where this came from. This is Isaiah Chan. This Gutter Zay arrest record. You go look up any of the four I think that's in custody right now. You go look up any of theirs, and it'll pretty much be the same thing. So we just gonna go through it, see exactly what the state saying happened that night and what they got against these folks. We gonna see how sloppy this hit was. So first page, this page is saying what they charged with. We already know at this point what they charged with. First degree premeditated murder, conspiracy, and some more. So those is the main charges, and that first degree premeditated murder in the state of Florida carry a sentence of death. So we'll see how that play out. But we just want to get into what right here. This is what we looking for, factual basis. So this what they saying happened. So we just gonna read through it, and I'll point out what I thought was interesting. You did what I'm saying, and then y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, and then that's gonna be that. Like I said, I ain't really biased in it. I'm not involved in this at all. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But you know what I'm saying. We just gonna read through it and see what they saying happened. All right, so let's get to it. So, all right, factual basis. Between June 21st and June 23rd, defendant Isaiah Chance, Gutter Zay, Alicia Andrews, Sean Gaithright, Davion Murphy, and Rashad Murphy conspired to commit the first-degree premeditated murder of Charles Jones, also known as Julio Foolio. Charles Jones was a prominent documented member of the Jacksonville street gang 6 Block. All defendants traveled from Jacksonville to Tampa on June 22nd in two separate vehicles, a silver Chevy Cruze and a black Chevy Impala, to locate and kill Charles Jones in retaliation for an ongoing Jacksonville rival gang war. Defendant Isaiah Chance is a documented ATK member. That's crazy, but we're going to keep it going. Defendant Rashad Murphy is a documented 1200 gang member, and defendant Davion Murphy is a documented 1200 gang associate. There's an ongoing rival war between 6 Block and the two allied gangs, ATK and 1200. I say that's interesting because both Gutter Zay, that's Isaiah Chance, and ATK members like Keith came out and said that he's not ATK. But we gonna just keep it moving. We gonna keep it moving. Like I said, we ain't doing ain't nothing biased. We ain't solving no crimes. We just reading through this paperwork, seeing what's going on. All right. On June 23rd, Isaiah Chance and his girlfriend Alicia Andrews were in the silver Chevy Cruze. They tracked and followed the victim in his entourage to two separate locations: Teaser's Gentleman Club and Truth 18 Nightclub. And they got the address to both of them. The victim, Charles Jones, was scheduled to make appearances at both Teasers and Truth 18, which were advertised publicly via his Instagram account, Julio Foolio. At both locations, they got out their vehicle, and Chance can be seen on video surveillance cameras utilizing a cell phone, which the investigation revealed was Alicia Andrews' phone, and they got the IME and I number and everything. All right. Call detail records show Andrew's phone was communicating with Sean Gaithright's phone. They got his IMEI number too. So they calling each other back and forth while they at the two spots that they followed him to. Sean Gayfry's phone, who was on the second vehicle, the Chevy Impala. In addition, Isaiah Chance had his own phone. They got his IMEI number 2, which was active in the vicinity of the murder scene. While Chance was seen on camera using Andrew's phone outside of the vehicle, Chance was wearing a black hoodie with a distinctive red logo on it. After the cell phone communication, the second suspect vehicle, a black Chevy Impala, arrived at those locations. Both suspect vehicles then followed the victim and his entourage to the scene where the homicide later occurs at the Homes 2 Suite located at blank. They get an address. The victim was traveling in a 3-car convoy with other friends and acquaintances. So that's the first thing. So a lot of folks online been saying, "Oh, Alicia Andrews was at the party. Oh, we seen the video of her at the party." No, she was never at the party. They was never at the Airbnb. They pulled up to the 2 clubs he was at. That's where they found him at because he was advertising that on his social media. And it's gonna get into that too. It's gonna tell you when they started planning the shit. Like, was it that none of them was at the party? They pulled up from Jacksonville to Tampa because they knew he was performing or he had the appearances at them spots. So that's where they pulled up to find him at. All right, let's keep going. At Home 2 Suites, the silver Chevy crew drives by the victim's parked vehicle twice and leaves. Then 3 shooters get out of the black Chevy Impala armed and begin shooting at the victim's vehicle, killing Charles Jones and shooting victims number 2, 3, and 4. I'm not going to say their names, but y'all can find this paperwork or y'all can see it on the screen right here. Based on the investigation, the 3 shooters in the black Chevy Impala are Rashard Murphy, Sean Gayfright, and Davion Murphy. Based on the video surveillance footage of the murder at approximately 4:34 on June 23rd, the suspect Impala can be seen arriving at the intersection and took the same path of travel as the victims into the Home 2 Suites parking lot. The victim had parked on the south side of the building near an overhang by the front door. The Impala instead made a hard right and drove the long way around the Home 2 Suites as if to avoid line of sight with the victims. At 4:37, the crews can be seen driving south on the North McKinley at a high rate of speed, running the red light and pulling into the Home 2 Suites parking lot. The crews did not take the long way around. Instead, it passed the victims along the south side and then made a U-turn on the west side of the building as the Impala parked. So boom. So the Impala pulls in and they see Foolio. They see his SRT, that black Charger SRT he got killed in. And they immediately made that right so that Foolio didn't see them. And I guess while they was doing that, they must have been communicating with Gutter Zay and Alicia in their car because they said they came flying down the street running red lights and everything and turned in, but they didn't turn right. They went straight and drove right past Foolio and, was verifying like, yep, that's him. And then they turned around and came back, drove past him a second time. And then that's when the other 3 got out the Impala and pulled up and ambushed them. All right, so let's keep going. Made a U-turn on the Impala park. Okay. The crews then drove back the way it came in and passed the victims a second time before leaving the parking lot. So they drove by, came back, said, yup, that's him, and then they left. As soon as they left at approximately 4:38, mind you, this is 1 minute later. Remember, they said this happened. They came flying in, running the red light at 4:37. By 4:38, they had already drove past Foolio twice, made a U-turn, and left. So they confirmed within 1 minute, like, yep, that's him. You did what I'm saying? So at approximately 4:38, which is 1 minute later, 3 shooters exit the Impala and began working their way towards the victim's location on foot. A Tesla camera in Sentry mode captured not only both suspect vehicles driving right in front of it, but also all 3 shooters on foot passing it to get to the victim. So that must mean that the Tesla was parked somewhere in the front. Because remember, when they pulled in, they made a hard right. So they turned right as soon as they came in. So if that Tesla got them making that first immediate right, and it also got the Chevy crews going past and back and got them on foot, then the Tesla had to be parked right there in the front. You get what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you turn in. All right, let's keep going. So the 3 shooters were described as follows. Shooter 1 was an average-sized male with dark skin exposed above his face mask, wearing military-style black leather boots, long dark jeans with a rip in the left knee, a black leather belt, and a dark black hoodie. Shooter number one was armed with a pistol that had a visible extended magazine sticking out of it. Shooter one carried that pistol in his left hand and shot it with his left hand. So he was left-handed. Shooter two was a skinny male, taller, wearing a dark blue hoodie and long black pants. Shooter two had a lighter skin complexion, showing above his face mask to the top of his hood and a break from his glove to his sleeve. Shooter 2 was armed with a long AR-style rifle that had a bag attached to the ejection port side consistent in appearance to a black mesh brass catcher. Brass catchers are designed to be attached to rifles for the purpose of collecting spent casings as they are ejected from the firearm, preventing them from falling to the ground, blah, blah, blah. Shooter 3 was heavier than the other two shooters and was wearing all black. God damn. So these niggas, they came to do what they came to do. They can't do what they did. Shooter with all black clothing with an orange ski mask on. Shooter 3 was also armed with an AR-style rifle equipped with a brass catcher. Shooter 1 fired the first shots directed at the windshield of Charles Jones' Dodge Charger. The muzzle rate of the flashes on video, along with the impacts on the windshield, made it apparent the pistol that Shooter 1 was armed with was firing at a fully automatic rate. God damn. So Sean Gayfright was Shooter 1. It's gonna tell you as we keep going. It's gonna tell you Sean Gayfright was Shooter 1. So he popped out that bitch with a Glock with a switch. Hit that nigga with a switch. Foolio got hit with a switch, y'all, and 2 rifles. They said in the initial report they said a handgun and 2 rifles, but they didn't say a switch. There ain't no ducking that. That's why I looked like in that fucked up picture that went out. You can see it looked like he was trying to go from the front seat to the back seat. You get what I'm saying? But when that switch was 31 rounds coming at you in a matter of 1 second, like, you know, it ain't really much you can do. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's keep going, man. Ultimately, 31 9mm spent shell casings was recovered in the area. So they got every single shell casing was found there. Consistent with where Shooter 1 stood. Shooters 2 and 3 with the rifles also appeared to target Charles Jones' vehicle. However, the Nissan Altima, which was positioned approximately 10 feet south of Charles Jones' Charger, appeared to have been intentionally targeted as well, as multiple bullet strikes hit its back window, and ultimately one of those struck victim number 4. No spent rifle casings were recovered at the scene, further confirming the rifles was equipped with brass catchers. So the niggas pulled up with the artillery. They pulled up knowing exactly what. Watch how they, man. I'm gonna just keep going, man. The 31 9mm casings were analyzed and were determined to have likely been fired from a Generation 5 Glock. Probably a Gen 5 G19, 9mm G19. That's the most popular. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what it was with the switch on it. All right, based on the video surveillance footage obtained at Teasers, Truth 18, and Home 2 Suites, the occupants, Chance and Andrews, that's Gutter Zay and his girlfriend, of the Chevy Cruze, are acting as lookouts and tracking the movements of the victims by first placing the targeted victim, Charles Jones, in their line of sight before the occupants of the Chevy Impala arrive at the first 2 locations and before the occupants of the Chevy Impala get out of the vehicle to shoot the victims while seated in their vehicles at Home 2 Suites. All right, here we go. So now we going. So that's what they saying. That's how the murder went. That's how it happened. So they wasn't at no fucking party at the Airbnb. They wasn't none of that. They got the line of sight on them, as they say. They got the line of sight on Foolio and his entourage at the first club. Or rather, I think it was Teasers was the first one. And then they followed him from Teasers to the second spot, which I believe was Truth 18. That was the second spot he was at. And then from Truth 18, they went to the Home 2 Suites, which is in the same parking lot as the Holiday Inn. That's why when it first broke, they was like, oh, he got killed at the Holiday Inn. The Home 2 Suites sit in the back, and the Holiday Inn sit in front of it. You get what I'm saying? So he went to the Home 2 Suites, and they got ambushed, and they tried to make it up out of there, and the car stopped at the Holiday Inn, but they was at the Home 2 Suites. That's where it started at. So that's the first part. That's what they saying happened the night of the murder. So now we finna get into them knowing where he was at. So the dropping the low and all that, we finna get to that. We finna get to them where they came from, how they got to Tampa, where they was staying at, who was driving, what they had to eat. Man, look, bro, this shit gets so fucking detailed. Like, gang, this shit was the sloppiest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, this whole shit from top to bottom is the sloppiest shit I ever seen in my life. But we gonna get right into it. We gonna keep going. All right. So we know what they saying happened the night of the hit. So now let's get to the events leading up to the hit. All right, here we go. A license plate reader search was conducted for all vehicles matching the make, model, and year range of the suspect vehicles with guidance of having likely traveled from Jacksonville to Tampa. The results of the license plate reader research revealed a possible tag for the black Chevy Impala suspect vehicle as Florida tag with the number, which was registered to a '08 Chevy Impala LTZ at defendant Sean Gaithwright's address. So the black Impala that all three of them bounced out of and did the hit is a black Chevy Impala that's registered to Sean Gaithwright home address where he live at. So he used his own car. All right. Research revealed a possible tag for the silver Chevy Cruze as Florida tag with the number, which was registered to a 2018 silver Chevy Cruze from Jacksonville. The Cruze was registered to a female who was confirmed to have shared an address with defendant Rashad Murphy's blood brother currently in prison. So the Chevy Cruze that they use is registered to one of the shooters, Rashad Murphy, his blood brother, and they all brothers. So both of their blood brother that's in prison right now, that Chevy Cruze is registered to a female that shares an address with him. So a baby mama, a girlfriend, a wife, something, he in prison, and that's his woman at home, that's her vehicle. So they basically they they put this in here because they basically use their own vehicles by proxy. Like, this is a vehicle that was registered to the address that you live at. This is a vehicle that's registered to your blood brother's girl or whoever. Like, these is vehicles that's related to y'all by proxy. These is vehicles that y'all would have access to. You get what I'm saying? So let's keep going. Photos from the license plate readers confirm both vehicles were a consistent match to include color, tint, rims, trim, and all other physical characteristics to the suspect vehicles as they were seen on camera to include the damage on the silver Cruze. So y'all were driving a beat up ass silver Cruze that was identifiable. And they was able to confirm, like, yep, that's that beat up ass Cruze. That's basically what they said right there. All right. The license plate reader research determined both vehicles left the Jacksonville area in the afternoon of June 22nd. So they left the day before. They left the day before the murder happened. They set up shop in there. Let's keep going. Around the same time that the victim began posting on Instagram offering to share his address at the Airbnb. So June 22nd, Foolio started promoting, yo, this is my birthday celebration. I'm in Tampa for the weekend. This what I'm doing. On that day, when Foolio said, this what I'm doing for my birthday, that's when they left Jacksonville. That's when they decided, oh, yeah, it's time. That's when they decided, yeah, let's do it. So wasn't nobody at no party. Wasn't nobody, Foolio wasn't no green goofy just partying with the ops girlfriend inside his party. Like, that's not how that happened. It say right here, Foolio started posting that this is what he was doing for his birthday weekend on June 22nd. He got killed June 23rd. Right? At like 4 in the morning. So like the beginning of June 23rd. So June 22nd, Foolio said, hey, I'm going to be in Tampa. This what I'm doing for my birthday. They said, bet, we finna pull up, nigga. And that's when both of the vehicles, the Impala and the Chevy Cruze, left Jacksonville at the same time. After Foolio started saying, yo, this what I'm doing in Tampa this weekend for my birthday. All right, let's keep going. The following listed license plate reader hits confirmed the path of travel of both vehicles from Jacksonville to Tampa. God damn. So look, it tell you right here, all of these, A through I, that's the Chevy Cruze. That's every license plate reader between Jacksonville and Tampa that hit that license plate between Jacksonville and Tampa. This is the license plate readers now. So basically, they tracked them from Jacksonville all the way to Tampa, and this is the Impala. They tracked them from Jacksonville all the way to Tampa. Look, some of these times at the same 1809, 1809. Florida Highway 326, Florida Highway 326. 1939 hours, I-75 at 275. 1939 hours, I-75 at 275. So these niggas were literally driving together. Like they was driving together. You get what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going. The license plate reader hits confirmed both vehicles traveled in the south direction from the Jacksonville area to the Tampa area prior to the homicide and then left the Tampa area in the afternoon following the homicide. The Cruze traveled back towards Jacksonville and the Impala traveled east towards Polk County. At least 4 of the hits registered at the same readers at the same time within seconds apart. The 4 hits were where both vehicles were following each other include, oh, boom, look, that's exactly what I just said. 1809, 1939. That's what I was just saying. So like them niggas was literally like they drove out there together. Like they seen him posting this what I'm doing for my birthday, and they said, "Yo, you busy? Hell nah, bet we finna slide." And that was the plan. That was the plan. There was no pre-planning in this. There was no back door. Wasn't none of that. That was the plan. They seen Foolio said, "Hey, I'm partying in Tampa for my birthday," and they got together and said, "Y'all niggas free? Y'all trying to go drill?" And they said, "Yeah." The nigga said, "Bet," and they dipped. They got on the road. But it get deeper though. It get deeper. Let's keep going. All right. 2 of the 4 hits together were within the city of Tampa. The second hit of both vehicles together in the city of Tampa is just approximately 53 minutes prior to both vehicles being seen arriving at the offense scene on camera. So the second hit that they got on the license plate reader, both vehicles was in Tampa, and those that hit, the tag hit that they got together was about 53 minutes before both of those same vehicles were seen pulling up to do the hit. So they was already in Tampa. You get what I mean? Like they was already in Tampa at least an hour before the hit. That's basically what that's saying right there. Like they was there already vibing, driving around together, whatever, doing what they was doing. All right, so the license plate reader revealed that on 5/28/24. Okay, so this is going back. So this May 28th, 24, less than a month before this murder, a BMW bearing the Florida tag, blah, 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 registered to defendant Isaiah Chance, which is Gutter Zay, was photographed in the driveway of defendant Sean Gaithwright's house by a license plate reader equipped on a tow truck. So it was just a random tow truck driving down the street, probably looking for a car to tow, and they got the license plate readers on the tow truck, and they got a hit. And they saw a white BMW that's registered to Gutter Zay photographed. So it pinged the tow truck pinged and took a picture of it in the driveway of Sean Gaithwright's house. And what it say? The suspect, Black Impala, registered under the name of Sean Gaithwright's mother. However, it was determined to be primarily driven by Sean Gaithwright as his personal vehicle. So back a month before the murder, they was able to go back a month before the murder and use the license plate reader software and figured out that a month before this shit even happened, a tow truck just drove by and the license plate reader pinged it and took a picture of Gutter Zay BMW parked in Sean Gaithwright's driveway next to the Black Impala that was used in the hit. So they got a connection with y'all two. Y'all niggas was vibing a month before this. And the Impala that they used in the hit is registered to this nigga mama. So it ain't even his. It's his mom. This nigga went and did a drill in his mama whip. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? This nigga took his mama's whip, his mom dude's whip, and drove it 3 hours to Tampa to do a drill. Let's keep going, man. It get deeper. I promise y'all, we just scratching the surface. I promise y'all, we just scratching the surface. All right, let's keep going. All right, where we at? Okay. Both vehicles are placed into FCIC/NCIC as felony wanted vehicles on June 26th at approximately 6:45 hours or 6:45 in the morning. So June 26th, this was 3 days after the hit. This is 3 days after the hit. The hit happened June 23rd at like 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, something like that. And this is 3 days later, June 26th at 6:45 in the morning. Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office located the suspect 2018 Silver Cruise pulling into a hotel parking lot at an address in Norcross, Georgia. So 3 days later, so what they saying is basically they based on everything that I just said with all the license plate readers and they tracking the cars and all of that pretty much, they was able to put out a warrant basically on those two cars, on that Chevy Cruze and on that Black Impala. They was able to put out warrants on those cars. They didn't give a fuck who was driving them. They put out warrants on those cars because they tracked them cars from Jacksonville to Tampa, and then they have those cars. They got a murder happening involving those two cars. They already had that. So with that information, they was able to put warrants out for those cars. They didn't give a fuck who was driving them. They just got national warrants out. Like, this is the FCIC and the NCIC shit. That's the Florida shit and the national shit. So if these two cars are seen anywhere, it's a warrant on them. Pull them over, see what's going on. It's in relation to this murder. All right? So that's the importance of them saying that. That's why they put that in there. So Gwinnett deputies attempted a felony traffic stop to take the vehicle into custody, like I just said, because the car is wanted at this point. They don't give a fuck who driving it. They want that car. And they obviously they know, like, if you catch the car, you probably gonna catch somebody that got something to do with the you get what I'm saying? Like, it's a tactic. But they got warrants on the car, so boom. So Gwinnett deputies attempted a felony traffic stop to take the vehicle into custody, at which point the sole occupant, a black male, jumped out of the driver's seat and ran on foot, ignoring law enforcement commands to stop. The black male was arrested for obstruction, and he was identified as defendant Rashad Murphy. Okay. So 3 days after the hit, Rashad Murphy got locked. It looked like Rashad Murphy got locked up first, which they all ended up getting locked up 3 days later. So I don't even think we're gonna keep going. Rashad Murphy was driving the suspect silver Chevy Cruze seen on video at the scene of this homicide during his capture in Georgia. Rashad Murphy was driving the suspect silver Chevy Cruze seen on video at the scene of the homicide during his capture in Georgia. Okay, boom. So the Chevy Cruze that was seen at the homicide in Tampa, the Foolio killing, the one that the Chevy Cruze was the one that Gutta Zay and Alicia was in, the one that drove past and made a U-turn and came back. They was the lookout car, remember? That was that car. They said Rashad Murphy was a shooter in the Black Impala. So when they was in Tampa, Rashad Murphy wasn't in the Silver Cruze. But look how niggas is tying they fucking themselves up already. Why are y'all still driving around in these vehicles? And now you done switched vehicles. You in the lookout vehicle. You already got caught in the vehicle that y'all bounced out of and did the hit from. Now you placing yourself in the lookout vehicle in a whole nother state 3 days later. So now you was in, but you fucked. He's fucked. There's no way you're fucked both ways, gang. So all right, let's keep going. I mean, they all fucked, but this nigga here is wild. Let's keep going. All right. So he was driving the car that was seen at the homicide during the car's capture in Georgia. Examination of the Chevy Cruze when compared to the video surveillance footage at the offense scene showed matching damage on the rear passenger side skirt. That shit would beat the hell up, confirming it was the exact vehicle that was seen arriving at the homicide scene around the same time the black Chevy Impala arrived to carry out the homicide. Yo, we gonna keep going. We gonna keep going. We only on page 8. We gonna keep going. On June 26th, 24. So this is 3 days after the homicide. This 3 days. So listen, they all got locked up 3 days after. All of them. 3 days after the hit. Every single watch. All right. On June 26th, the suspect Chevy Impala was captured in Polk County near the house of Sean Gaithwright's family member. This is the same time. This is the same day that the Chevy Cruze got caught in Georgia. 3 days after the hit. Gaithwright's family member is witness number 1. Detectives made contact with witness number 1 and obtained a statement from them. Witness number 1 went on to advise that witness number 1 was contacted by Sean Gaithwright on the afternoon of June 23rd, which was the day of the hit. That was the day of the hit. So they hit him up on the afternoon. The hit happened 4 o'clock in the morning. So they hit him up on the afternoon of the day that they did the hit. So this was hours after. The afternoon of June 23rd. This was hours after the hit. Hit him up. His phone number is right there. Gaithwright told witness number 1 that he was on his way to visit and subsequently arrived at the residence sometime during the evening of 6/23, which is the day of the hit. Witness number 1 advised that when he arrived, he was driving the black Impala in question. According to witness number 1, during Gaithwright's visit, he stated that he had given a ride to a couple of his friends to what witness number 1 assumed was the Tampa area. Gaithwright ate dinner at witness number 1's house, went into the bedroom to rest for a short time, and then left to return to Jacksonville. Gaithwright left the Chevy Impala at the residence and drove away a gold 2004 Toyota 4Runner, which is also registered to Gaithwright's mother, back to Jacksonville. So they drove to Tampa on the 22nd, got to Tampa, did the hit on the 23rd. That very early, 4 o'clock in the morning. That afternoon, Sean Gaithwright was in Polk County, Florida, which is not far from Tampa, and he went to a family member house, ate dinner, kicked it, went to sleep, woke up, left the Impala that he just did the drill in there, and took the Toyota 4Runner. Both of these cars are registered to his mama. So he drilling and sliding and ducking off and doing everything in his mama name. Not only is that hot for you, dumbass nigga, like, it's your mom. Like, duh, you got access to these vehicles. You didn't even get a rental. You didn't think to go steal a car. Like, you took your mama car to go drill, and then you dropped your mama car off at a family member house, and then I'm assuming a sister or a brother, cause nigga, why the fuck would your mama other car be parked over there? And then you took that car to drive back to Jacksonville. This whole shit was a crash out mission, bro. This whole shit. But all right, let's keep going. Witness number 1 advised that prior to switching vehicles, Gaithwright removed items from the Impala and transferred them to the 4Runner. Witness 1 advised that some of these items were camera bags that Gaithwright allegedly used to store his photography equipment. Witness number 1 provided consent to detectives to review the video surveillance camera footage. Detectives confirmed Sean Gaithwright arrived at his house at approximately 12 hours after the homicide at approximately 4:30. Wearing all black clothing, similar in style to what was observed on surveillance video. Sean Gaithwright went inside the house for a couple of hours, then came back outside at approximately, 6:30. Sean Gaithwright appeared to be wiping or cleaning the vehicle's exterior and interior door handles with a rag while he appeared to be speaking on the cell phone. Gaithwright also transferred multiple bags into the garage where the 4Runner was located, and then he left in the same 4Runner. On June 26, during the evening hours, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office conducted a traffic stop for a traffic infraction on the 4Runner Sean Gaithwright was driving. So he had made it all the way back to Jacksonville now. The odor of marijuana was detected in the 4Runner, which led to a probable cause search. During the search, JSO located a Glock 9mm semi-automatic pistol in the center console. The search also revealed a bag consistent to one seen being transferred from the Impala to the Forerunner at his family member's house. Inside the bag, they located 223 live rounds and approximately 9 rifle spent casings. They also located a loose 9mm barrel and a loose firing pin belonging to a Glock. Yo, this nigga is on some. What he on? Is this nigga a hitman? Why do you got this nigga got AR rifle round 223 rifle rounds live, 9 spent rifle casings? Why do you have those? Why are you riding around with spent rifle casings? We gonna find out. This nigga is sick. We gonna find out. And then a 9mm barrel and a loose firing pin, nigga. What you doing? You swapping? You? I know what he. Yo, what this nigga on? This nigga got to be on like some hitman type shit, bro. Like, what you swapping out firing pins and barrels? You wamping the guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But we gonna keep on going. The barrel and firing pin were determined to come from a Generation 5 9mm Glock. What they said the switch was a Gen 5 9mm Glock. But he got the firing pin in the barrel, so he knows something about something. You get what I'm saying? So he done swapped and moved and, you know? But they also caught him with another 9 in the console too. So we'll see what happened with that. But let's keep going. Oh, next sentence right here. Ultimately, neither the pistol found in the car or the loose barrel and firing pin matches the casings recovered from this homicide. So he was fast, and he got a lot of guns, and he got a lot of guns in different places. You just did the drill. He just did the drill. They said, what, 12 hours before? And you already you got caught with 2 different guns, basically. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of them matching that. So he got a lot of firepower. All right. Let's keep going. The spent rifle casings found in Sean Gaithwright's vehicle did have a presumptive match to 2 prior shootings. One of the shootings was a homicide on May 23rd, 24, in close proximity to a girlfriend of defendant Isaiah Chance. Remember, let's flash back. The tow truck. That was May 23rd. The tow truck took a picture of the white BMW next to the black Impala. Now, in this car that they just found 3 days after the Foolio hit, they found them shell casings, them 223 shell casings. Is a possible match. They waiting on confirmation, but they saying they got a presumptive match. So basically, it's that they just waiting on the paperwork to say, yeah, it's that. To 2 prior shootings. One that's a homicide on 523 in close proximity to a girlfriend of Isaiah Chance. 523 is the same day Isaiah Chance's white BMW was pictured next to his black Impala at his crib. And the homicide that they saying is connected to is close to Isaiah Chance's girlfriend, a girlfriend of his. So that might open up a whole nother rabbit hole to some more shit. Once they get everything back on that and it's confirmed, that's gonna open up a whole nother case for a whole nother homicide that happened before the Foolio shit. And he got another homicide in Mississippi. This young nigga was going crazy. Let's keep going. The second shooting was a prior attempt on the life of victim number 1, Charles Jones, on October 7, 2023. If y'all keeping up with Julio Foolio, y'all know October 7, 2023 was the day that Foolio got shot in his foot. When he had that big ass boot on, he was going around doing the interviews, when he was doing the say cheese shit with the boot on his foot, smoking the vape and all of that. That's the shooting that they're talking about. So Sean Gaithwright had a shell casing from October from the Foolio when he got shot in the foot. Number 1, how do you have that? Number 2, why do you have that? Right? Because that's essentially what they're trying to say is essentially they leaning towards it was him that shot Foolio in the foot back in October. So if that's the case, this nigga been trying to drill at Foolio. Been on that. And keeping the evidence. This nigga is sick, bro. Because why you keeping the evidence, twin? This nigga is sick, bro. It gotta be. I mean, like, if you keeping it, you gotta be keeping it for, like, trophy. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, why would you be keeping something like that? That's just my opinion, of course. We're going to keep it moving. All right. On June 27th, so this the next day, at approximately 1900 hours, Jacksonville Sheriff Office executed a qualifying search warrant in relation to this homicide on the house of Isaiah Chance. All right, so, okay, boom. All right, so now we getting the timeline. So Foolio happened on the 3rd, on the 23rd, I'm sorry. June 23rd is when the Foolio hit happened. June 26th, 3 days after the Foolio hit, Sean Gaithright get locked up in Jacksonville, and Rashad Murphy gets locked up in Georgia. 3 days after the hit, both of them get locked up. Rashad in Georgia, Sean in Jacksonville. The 27th is the following day, the day after Rashad Murphy and Sean Gaithright get locked up. Now the police are at Gutta Zay and Alicia Cribb serving a warrant. Let's keep going. On 6/27 at approximately 1900 hours, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office executed a qualifying search warrant in relation to this homicide on the house of Isaiah Chance. Present at Isaiah Chance's house during the execution of the search warrant was his current girlfriend, defendant Alicia Andrews. During their search warrant, JSO observed in plain sight items of evidence that appeared could possibly be linked to our homicide in Tampa, to include a Glock 9mm pistol with an extended magazine, a box to a Generation 5 Glock 9mm firearm, and notes detailing Glock switches in a notebook. JSO detectives also observed a poster of a drawing with fist making a thumbs down symbol and the words "bully down" hanging on Chance's bedroom wall. Y'all, that is so gang. So bully down is like a diss, you know what I'm saying, to Bully Gang, which, you know what I'm saying, the 6 block niggas and all that, Foolio, them folks, they Bully Gang. So this nigga in his bedroom has a poster of like the diss. Like, that's how deep this nigga hates. This how deep this gang shit is to these niggas. You got a poster of a diss to these niggas in your room on the wall. You damn near praising these niggas at a certain point. It's like, yeah, I get it, bro. Like, but gang, like, most niggas have a picture of Tupac or Muhammad Ali or Jay-Z. I got pictures on my shit. I got LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant. I like posters. You know what I'm saying? This nigga got a gang diss poster, and it, like, bro, that's all right. Let's keep going, twin. All right, no, like I said, I'm not biased at all, bro. I'm just reading through this, and this shit is fucking. It's just fucking stupid, bro. Like, it's dumb. But anyway, all right, let's keep going. All right, so he got the bully down poster on his bedroom wall. JSO detectives indicated they knew from their intimate knowledge of the rivalry between the ATK and 6 block gangs, this was a diss showing disrespect to the victim, Charles Jones. So they, all right, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, they saying what I just said, yeah, okay. The Glock 9mm located at Isaiah Chance's house did not NIBIN back to this homicide, so I'm assuming NIBIN, that means they did some type of national search on the pin number, and that was not the gun used in the homicide. So these niggas just got mad guns. These niggas got hella guns. And you gotta remember, we is in Florida with this shit. We down here in the South with this shit. So these niggas got mad guns. All right. On 6/27 at approximately 1900 hours, JSO simultaneously executed a search warrant at Sean Gaithright's home in reference to one of their own homicide investigations. So this is what I'm saying. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So he got locked up on the 26th in connection kind of with the Foolio shit, like they was already owning, because remember they tracked the vehicles and shit, so they was already owning. And then at the same time, the following day, when they was doing the search warrant on Guttaze and Alicia, Jacksonville Sheriff's Office was also conducting a search warrant on Sean Gatewright's crib for another homicide that they was already investigating. That ain't got nothing to do with Foolio. This is a whole nother one that they was already investigating. They already felt like he was the one that did it. Let's see what they found. The scope of their search included any firearm-related items. During that search inside of Sean Gatewright's house, in the gun safe, they located multiple rifles with at least one equipped with a brass catcher consistent with the one seen on camera being used in our homicide of Charles Jones. So this, bro, all right, let's keep going. 2 9mm spent casings were also found in the same safe as the rifles. The spent 9mm casings found in Sean Gatewright's safes were a presumptive NIBIN match awaiting confirmation to the 9mm spent casings found at the scene of this homicide and attempted homicides that occurred on June 23rd, providing a link between Sean Gatewright and the Glock pistol used at the scene of this murder and motive evidence for previously trying to kill the victim, Charles Jones. So they saying that this nigga basically, he'll go do a drill and he'll keep the shell casings. I'm guessing it's like trophies or something, because why do you have these? But the shell casings that they got in the safe at his house during this shit that they was conducting, this warrant they was conducting, is connected to, or they was able to take those spent shell casings and compare them to the ones that they caught him with when they pulled him over in his mama 4Runner, and can confirm that these shell casings was fired from the same gun. So basically that means that this nigga has done multiple drills with the same gun and multiple drills trying to kill Foolio. That's what all of that mean. All that wordy shit that they just said and all of that's basically what they saying, bro. They found shell casings on him, and they found shell casings at his house where he wasn't even at the time. They know he wasn't there at the time because they tracked him to Tampa and then to Polk County and then back to Jack. They tracked him the whole time. But they was able to take them spent shell casings. Spent shell casings means you fired a gun, nigga, and you picked up the casing afterwards, and he kept them. So I'm guessing he kept them as a trophy or something, bro. Like to show that he really sliding, I guess. He kept them in a gun safe at his crib. And they raided the crib and they found it. So I'm pretty sure he probably gonna have other either attempts or other homicides, or from what this look like, because they found that on the whim. That ain't what they was looking for. They just found that on the whim. They was looking for shit from the other homicide. So, but I mean, let's keep going, man. This shit get deeper. This just talking about him. This is talking about basically Sean Gatewright and Guttaze. We gonna get to the other people too, but what I'm getting from this, I'll keep it to the end. Let's just keep reading through it, and then I'll give my overall of what I think what happened, bro. Because this shit is just dumb. It's stupid. It's dumb. But all right, let's keep going. All right, and motive evidence for previously trying to kill the victim, Charles Jones. Although multiple Glocks were recovered between Sean Gatewright and Isaiah Chance, the actual Glock used in this homicide has not yet been recovered by law enforcement. When Rashad Murphy was found by the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office, he was found in possession of an iPhone he was actively using to get GPS directions back to the hotel he was caught driving the vehicle at. Rashad Murphy's girlfriend was inside the hotel room, so he brought his girlfriend with him. These niggas is crazy, bro. Rashad, okay. Gwinnett Sheriff's Office Homicide Detective A. Carter conducted a consensual interview with Rashad Murphy's girlfriend, who advised the phone Rashad had with a phone number of blank was hers. However, she advised she shares the phone with Rashad and he uses it often, which led to obtaining a co-affiant search warrant to search the phone. So this nigga don't even have a phone? This nigga is drilling and sliding. These niggas got switches and ARs with shell catchers and all type of shit. And this nigga don't even have a fucking phone. She said he used the phone often. I remember this was like a spur of the moment. Foolio said he in Tampa. Say, bro, you trying to slide? So this ain't like they like really did no intensive planning. Like this nigga really just be using his girl phone. This nigga doesn't have a phone. All right, let's keep going. A search of the phone found in possession of defendant Rashad Murphy provided evidence into this homicide. So he had evidence in his girl's phone of the homicide. In the device on June 18th, 2024, a photograph was taken of the Florida driver's license belonging to defendant Davion Murphy. That's his brother, providing a link between Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy. On June 22nd, this is the day before the hit, at approximately 2:09, a photograph was taken which depicted the feet of the person taking the photograph in the floorboard of a vehicle. He probably took a picture on accident. The person in the photograph was wearing black military-style boots consistent to the appearance of the boots seen on camera worn by shooter one. So these niggas were sharing boots? What the fuck? All right. On 6/22, at approximately 4:11, a screenshot of an Airbnb rental confirmation was taken, which read, "Hello, Rashad, and thanks for your reservation." So this was the day before at 4:11. This is around the time when Foolio started posting that he was going to be in Tampa. These niggas booked the Airbnb in Rashad's name. The confirmation text in the Airbnb related that per the HOA policy, the renter needed to submit a photo of a valid ID. Around the same time, the screenshot of the Airbnb confirmation text was taken. A photo of Rashad Murphy's Florida ID card was also taken. So he booked the Airbnb in his name. The Airbnb booked under the name of defendant Rashad Murphy was identified as a townhouse, blah, 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 approximately 1.3 miles away from the homicide scene. Mind you, why that makes sense is because the homicide scene, that Home's Too Sweet, is right around the corner. It's like 5 minutes away from the last spot that Julio performed at. So they got a B&B just close in the vicinity of the clubs. And just so happened that the last club that Foolio left from, he was trying to find somewhere to just fucking crash probably for a couple hours and then get on the road the next day and dip. Like, you feel me what I'm saying? Like, he was drinking the whole night. He probably was tired. Just need to catch a couple Z's and we'll get up. We're going to bounce, bro. We got kicked out the B&B. Fuck it, bro. We're going to just crash right here for a minute, get a few hours in, and then dip. But these niggas had a B&B. They just booked the B&B close in the vicinity. Because they knew he was going to be at those two spots for his paid appearances. They knew he was going to be there to come get his money. They knew he was going to be there. So they just got a B&B close in the general vicinity. And 1.3 miles away from where they actually end up doing it at. I don't even think they knew he was going to the hotel. It was just like, okay, we can't do it here in the club. There's a bunch of people out here. We can't do it in front of the club. There's a bunch of people out here. Oh, boom. They having trouble getting a hotel room. Ain't nobody in the parking lot. Let's do it right now. The way they came rushing through, remember he ran the red light and all type of shit. Like, fuck it, let's do it right now. He probably rode through the parking lot. I don't see nobody outside. Fuck it, go. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how impulsive this shit was. It wasn't planned at all. This shit was not planned. This shit was all just coincidental and impulsive. You can tell from how they set it up. Let's keep going. All right. The Airbnb was booked from June 22nd to June 24th. So they gave themselves an extra day. Just in case we don't get him now, we'll try to catch him on the way out or something. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Like, so boom. So, all right, this was proven to be the Airbnb the defendant stayed at during their time in Tampa. The Airbnb was equipped with a Ring camera at the front door at approximately 1955 hours on the 22nd. Defendant Alicia Andrews can be seen ringing the doorbell and entering via the front door. The Ring camera is set to capture any motion near the front door, and there were no further activations throughout the evening of the 22nd and going to the day of the 23rd. So meaning going into like midnight. The owner of the Airbnb related there's a back door with no camera. So it sounded like they was just like going in and out the back door trying to stay out the camera. But they caught Alicia Andrews going in through the front door. All right, following the homicide, the first activation on the Ring camera at the Airbnb was at approximately 14:09, and it was defendant Isaiah Chance. stepping out briefly with a champagne flute in his left hand. Because remember, Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews, they left. Once they confirmed, they drove in, turned around, came back. Yup, that's his car. It said they left the parking lot. So they probably left the Home 2 Suites parking lot and went straight to the B&B. It was only a mile away. So they in there like, yeah, they caught them niggas. They got him. They got him. He came outside with a champagne flute. Like, yeah. Celebrate. This nigga is celebrating on camera. At approximately 15:01, Davion Murphy can be seen walking, carrying a bag in the parking lot. He did not come out via the front door. However, he ultimately comes back into the Airbnb via the front door, passing the camera. So they using the back door. Obviously, they using the back door to get in and out. But every once in a while, somebody will slip up and go through the front, and they got it on camera. Defendants Isaiah Chance and Sean Gaithright passed the Ring camera multiple times. So them two niggas just didn't give a fuck. And defendant Alicia Andrews can be seen leaving the Airbnb wearing the same clothing consistent of what she wore during the offense. So when they was following them around, this motherfucker, she didn't even take no bath. They didn't even take no bath. Like, they wearing the same clothes that they pulled up to Tampa and went and did the drill. This the next day. I know y'all was sweating and shit with all the adrenaline pumping because what y'all just did. They didn't even bathe. They just kept the same clothes on and was just rocking, like, fuck it, whatever. I guess at this point, they didn't give a fuck. They crashed out already, so I guess they just didn't give a fuck. All right, the Ring video at defendant's Airbnb placed defendants Isaiah Chance, Sean Gaithright, Alicia Andrews, and Davion Murphy in Tampa and identifiable on camera. So the only one they didn't have on camera at the Airbnb is Rashad Murphy. But the rest of their ass, they can confirm. So Rashad was the only one that was actually using the back door like he was supposed to. Everybody else was just wilding, and they got all of them on camera at the Airbnb. So put all of them together, like from the time they left Jacksonville, following Foolio around, the hit, and then back to the Airbnb. Like, they tracked this whole shit. Rashad Murphy was not captured on the Airbnb cameras. However, from the Airbnb cameras, a gray Infiniti SUV can be seen waiting in the background as the defendants are leaving. The SUV was ultimately identified as an Uber. The SUV departed from the Airbnb at approximately 15:08 hours on 6/23. That's why I said they gave themselves an extra day, because remember, the Airbnb was booked until the 24th. The hit was done on the 23rd at 4 o'clock in the morning. They said, nigga, fuck this. We finna dip. Fuck that extra day. We out. We did what we came to do. We out a day early. We out. The Uber was a 2016 gray Infiniti Q860 owned and operated by witness number 2. So they got another witness in the case, the Uber driver. Witness 2 related he was hired via the Uber app to drive a customer from Tampa to Jacksonville. Witness 2 related he picked up 3 people at the Airbnb the defendant stayed at while in Tampa and took those same 3 people to an address known to detectives to be Sean Gaithright's home in Jacksonville. They just keep going back to Jit crib. His mama crib, I'm assuming. All his mama cars and everything. Sean Gaithright's home is equipped with Vivint surveillance cameras. A search warrant was obtained for the Vivint video footage, which revealed the Uber arriving at approximately 18:31 on 6/23. Oh, so he went home. In the Vivint footage. Oh, no, he wasn't. No, yeah, he didn't go home. So his mama house was just the safe house. Because remember, he went to Polk County. So Rashad Murphy, remember, Rashad is the one that was not on the Airbnb camera. So he was the one that was using the back door. But when they got in the Uber, they tracked the Uber from Tampa back to Jacksonville. When they got to Gaithright's house, Rashad Murphy jumped out the Uber. So he was obviously with them. Rashad Murphy, Gutta Zay, and his girlfriend can be seen on camera from the Uber. Coming from the Uber. And that was at Sean Gaithright's house. He wasn't even there. Remember, he went to Polk County. So his house just is like the safe house. Witness number 2 identified the same 3 people seen on the Vivint cameras as the same 3 people he picked up in Tampa, placing defendant Rashad Murphy in Tampa with the other defendants at the Airbnb. So they got all 5 of y'all together, verified. On the Vivint video, Rashad Murphy can be seen wearing light blue jeans with a bunch of rips consistent to the ones he was wearing when he got caught driving the suspect silver Cruze in Georgia during his capture. He had the same pants on when he got caught 3 days later in Georgia. This is what I'm saying. These folks ain't taking no baths. He had on the same clothes. They pulled up the Temple on the 22nd, did the hit on the 23rd, went back on the 23rd, got caught on the 26th, and they wearing the same clothes. Come on, twin. Come on, bro. Come on. All right. Okay, so he was wearing the same pants that he was wearing when they caught him in Georgia 3 days later. In addition to capturing footage of the Uber arriving post-homicide, the Vivint cameras at Sean Gaithride's home captured pre-homicide activity. Damn. The camera showed defendants Isaiah Chance and Sean Gaithride loading bags big enough to carry rifles inside of Gaithride's black Chevy Impala in the early afternoon of the 22nd prior to beginning their trip to Tampa. And they told you they found more guns in his safe when they did the raid. So bro just got hella guns. This nigga just got dumb guns, bro. And the guns at the crib got the shell catchers. They say that matched the shell catchers in video from the hit. So he got a bunch of rifles with shell catchers. He got shell casings from different hits and a murder and a attempt. And this nigga's like a hitman, bro. He got to be like a hitman, right? He got to be like a hitman or something. It got to be. All right. All right, so they was loading up the guns before they started their trip to Tampa. Search warrants were obtained for the cell site data for the phones of defendant Isaiah Chance, Sean Gaithright, Alicia Andrews, Davion Murphy, and the device of Rashad Murphy's girlfriend because he don't have a phone. It was revealed Rashad Murphy left his girlfriend's phone in Jacksonville and likely traveled to Tampa with no phone of his own. So he didn't even, he was like, fuck it, babe, you keep your phone just in case I need to call you from jail or something. I'm gonna just go with no phone because he don't have one. And then it say from the geolocation cell site data of Rashad Murphy's phone, it was determined he made a stop at a Walmart in Jacksonville the night before coming to Tampa on the 21st at 10:24 p.m. Video was obtained from the Walmart that showed Rashad Murphy identifiable, and in the video he was wearing all the clothing consistent with Shooter One, who fired the Glock switch pistol. Oh, so Rashad Murphy was the one that okay, so Rashad Murphy had to switch. Ghost had to switch. Okay. So Ghost had to switch, and his brother Davion and Sean Gaithright had the sticks, which makes sense because it was Gaithright sticks. It was his rifles. And Rashad, that's probably why they didn't find the switch, because that was Rashad's switch. He just had a switch. And he was wearing the same clothes on the 21st. On the 21st, he was wearing the same clothes in Walmart that he got caught with wearing on the 26th or 27th. Like, bro, what the fuck? This nigga went a whole week with the same clothes on. Jesus. All right, video was obtained from the Walmart that showed Rashad Murphy identifiable in the video wearing all the clothing consistent with Shooter One, who fired the Glock switch pistol. Rashad Murphy was wearing a dark black hoodie, long dark black jeans with a rip in the left knee, a black leather belt, and black military-style boots. It should be noted Rashad Murphy is also verified to be left-handed, which is consistent with Shooter One, who utilized his left hand in the video surveillance from the homicide location. He's fucked. That nigga's fucked. It just get worse and worse for him the more I read. Rashad Murphy is fucked. Sean Gaithright fucked too. Them two is, man, playing with Florida. All right, I ain't wishing nothing on nobody. I'm just saying, playing with Florida, them niggas is finna get barbecued. I'm not even gonna hold you. All right, let's see what else we got. The cell site data from Alicia Andrews' phone show her phone traveling from Jacksonville to Tampa. The phone departed Jacksonville at approximately 16:30 hours, which is 6:30 on June 22nd, and arrived in Tampa at the Airbnb at approximately 9:50. It's about a 3 hour and 20-minute ride from Jacksonville to Tampa. That sounds about right. Andrew's phone was tracking to the Airbnb. She was using GPS. At the same time, she was seen on camera there arriving at the front door with a phone in her hand. So she was definitely there. Prior to departing the teasers, Andrew's phone traveled to a McDonald's at approximately 1:40 in the morning. So they got hungry and they took all the phones with them before they went to the first spot. So yeah, so teasers was the first spot they tracked Foolio to. That was his first appearance. So they before they went to teasers to go stalk him to see if they could do it, they went to grab a bite to eat. Video footage was obtained from that McDonald's, which shows Andrews in the front passenger seat of the cruise. So Alicia Andrews was the hungry one, probably. And at the time of the McDonald's food run, Davion Murphy was driving the cruise. So it was just Davion and Alicia. She was probably hungry. He was probably like, nigga, I'm hungry too. Let's go get some McDonald's. Post Miranda, so this is after they got caught. This is after she got arrested. Post Miranda means that she's already been Mirandized. They done already read her rights. Post Miranda, Alicia Andrews related Isaiah Chance was in the back seat of the cruise during the McDonald's run and claimed she didn't know who was driving the cruise at the time. So she done put her boyfriend in the car with them at McDonald's before they went to teaser. Andrews' phone returns to the Airbnb. They went and ate McDoubles, and then they went to teasers. Andrew's phone placed it at teasers at the same time she was seen on camera there as a passenger of the cruise and later seen exiting the cruise. Andrew's call detail records show communication to Sean Gaithwright's phone while at teasers. Andrew's phone tracked to Truth 18 nightclub at the same time she was seen on camera at that location. Andrew's phone also tracked to the homicide scene at the same time the cruise was seen on camera there. Andrew's phone tracked to the Airbnb post-homicide and was tracking there when she was seen on camera leaving the Airbnb. So she was using GPS the whole time they was there. The whole time her phone was tracking their location the entire time from spot to spot to the B&B to the McDonald's. They didn't know where the fuck they was at, and for whatever reason they decided to bring this nigga's girlfriend, and I guess her role was just to be the GPS. I guess her role was just to be the GPS, I guess. Because she didn't do anything else. She wasn't a shooter. She wasn't at the party. She didn't backdoor nobody. She literally was just there eating McDonald's and using her GPS. And that's ultimately what got them caught. Let's keep going. Andrew's phone tracked at Sean Gaithwright's house in Jacksonville when she is seen arriving there on camera. A search warrant of Alicia Andrews' verified Instagram account, Red, which is deleted by now. So you freaky ass niggas don't even go look for it. It's deleted. She deleted it before they got locked up. Revealed messages sent on June 21st asking someone to book an Airbnb for her in Tampa for June 22nd. So Foolio posted his shit. They was already in talks. Like, okay, we finna slide to Tampa and we finna do that. And she asked somebody on the 21st to book her B&B in Tampa. Andrew asked for something with 2 bedrooms, showing that Andrews was trying to get someone else to book the B&B in Tampa under their name. However, it ultimately booked under Rashad Murphy's name. So whoever she was trying to get the booking said, fuck no, fuck out of here. I'm not booking shit for you and them crazy ass niggas. Get your own B&B. And they just said, fuck it. We so thirsty to do it. We gonna book it under Rashad's name. His name just keep coming up. This nigga he was just the crash out. He was the crash out. All right, bet. An Apple iCloud warrant of Andrew's phone revealed on 3 separate occasions while following the victim's entourage. On the 23rd, her phone shared its location with the phone of Sean Gaithwright. So yeah, she was GPS. She was just GPS. Alicia Andrews provided a post-Miranda statement, another one, where she identified herself in all the footage she was seen in and identified Isaiah Chance as the male driving the suspect vehicle. So she done told on herself, said, "Yep, that was me at both nightclubs. That's me at the B&B. That's me at Sean J. Gatewright crib. That's me. Yep, that's Isaiah crib. That's Isaiah Chance, my boyfriend, driving the car that was the suspect vehicle. Remember, they issued the warrant for the vehicle. She put him as the driver of that vehicle. Okay." The Silver Cruise while it was tracking the victim's movement. So she told them that while they were going from club to club to Homewood Suite, while the one that ran the red light to hurry up and get there and make sure, she told them she identified Isaiah Chance, Gutta Zay, her boyfriend. She identified him. She already told on him. She told on herself, yeah, that was me. Yep, that's him. Yes, this is what we doing. Andrews admitted to allowing Isaiah Chance to use her phone while he communicated with Sean Gatewright. Alicia Andrews denied knowledge of this homicide and was caught lying multiple times during her interview. Andrews related she was only at Teasers and Truth 18 because she and Chance were thinking of going to party there. Andrews related she and Chance went up to the front doors of both clubs to ask how much it was to get in. However, that was proven to be a lie via the continuous video surveillance cameras, the front doors of both clubs. Andrews even admitted to her and Chance being in the cruise at the homicide scene. She put her and her boyfriend at the scene. However, claimed they were just lost and turning around in the parking lot, denying knowing the victims were there. After you just admitted that y'all was following him around to every spot he went to. Gang, come on, bro. Why you could have used your own GPS, twin. Twin could have literally used his, as sloppy as this shit was, Twin could have used his own GPS. I mean, you might as well, bro, right? You might as well use your own GPS if your girl is going to be doing this. She didn't need to be there. I'm not condoning it. This is fucking stupid, bro. But all right, let's keep going. All right. Sean Gatewright's phone was the most active phone in the Impala. It also travels down from Jacksonville at the same time as the others. Gatewright's phone is in the vicinity of his house when he is on Vivint camera there with his Impala. Gatewright's phone is in the vicinity of Teasers when his Impala was on camera there. Gatewright's phone is in the vicinity of Truth 18 with his Impala is seen on camera there. Gatewright's phone is in the vicinity of the homicide scene at the same time his Impala and the shooters are seen on camera there. Gatewright's phone was still in the vicinity of the homicide scene even after the crews left before the shooting began, indicating his phone was in the shooter's vehicle, the Impala, his mama car. Gatewright's phone is in the vicinity of the Airbnb in Tampa when he is seen on camera there while holding a phone in his hand. Gatewright's phone was in the vicinity of his family member's house when he is seen on camera there concealing his Impala in the garage post-homicide. Gatewright CDR shows communication, I think that's the cell phone records, shows communication during the homicide weekend with Alicia Andrews' phone and Isaiah Chance's phone. An iCloud search warrant on Sean Gatewright's phone revealed Apple Instant Message, iMessage, where Gatewright's phone messages a female. He asked her to contact a male who was with the victims, attempting to solicit updates on the victim's location from 1:32 a.m. to 2:25 a.m. on the 23rd and stop messaging that person after the suspect Cruz had a line of sight on the victim in front of Teasers. So Sean Gatewright was thirsty. This nigga wanted Foolio bad. He wanted Foolio bad. This nigga was texting. So from 1:32 in the morning to 2:25 in the morning, he was blowing up some girl phone that he knew a male that was with Foolio, because remember Foolio was posting all night. So one of the niggas, I guess, that he saw in the video, he like, oh, I know a girl that know him. So he blowing a girl up for an hour, trying to get her to hit the dude up at the party to give him the low. And he stopped hitting the girl up when Alicia Andrews and Gutta Zay said, yo, we see him. Remember, they was communicating. When they pulled up to the club, they said, yo, I see him. They right here. Foolio was deep as hell. It was like 20, 30 people. Like, oh, yeah, bro. I see. They right here, bro. Pull up. That's how they got the drop. That's how they got the drop. Nobody at the party gave up the low. Wasn't no back door. They were hunting him. They pulled up the temple with a plan. They said, bro, we gonna find this nigga. He performing here, he performing here. We gonna pull up to both of them spots. I'm gonna hit up everybody I know. We finding this nigga tonight. We going to find him. And they put eyes on him at the first club and said, bet, we got a line on him. And then from there, they followed him to each spot until they thought they had the perfect opportunity, which is when he was outside the hotel, and that's when they ambushed him. This was their plan. There was no plan. We gonna find him. We gonna follow him until we think the coast is clear. We gonna do it. We gonna get out of there. That was the plan. All right. Let's keep going. We almost there, y'all. Let's keep going. Isaiah Chance's phone was not as active since he primarily used Alicia Andrews' phone during the surveillance and tracking of the victim's vehicle. However, it too also tracked from Jacksonville to Tampa. Chance's phone tracked to 15th Hillsborough, I don't know what that means, on June 23rd. At the same time, the Silver Cruise hit, the license plate reader. Okay, so that's the license plate reader number. All right, so on the 23rd, the day of the hit, both of the phones hit the license plate reader at the same time, or both of the phones pinged the tower at the same time that the license plate readers hit the vehicle's license plate. Chance's phone was also tracked to the homicide scene at the same time the crews was seen on the camera there. Chance's phone was in the vicinity of the Airbnb at the same time he is seen on the Ring camera there holding the phones. Chance's CDR shows communication from his phone to the phones of all of the other suspects throughout the homicide weekend, to include Rashad Murphy's girlfriend's phone. A Cash App subpoena of Chance's verified Cash App account, Mr. Rich Off War, revealed around the same time the Airbnb confirmation screenshot was taken on Rashad Murphy's phone. A charge of $361.16 was made on his Cash App card paid to Airbnb. It appeared that even though the Airbnb the defendant stayed at was booked under Rashad Murphy's name, it was financed by Isaiah Chance's Cash App. So they put it under Rashad Murphy's name, but he don't have a phone, so obviously he probably don't have no money. So they just said, fuck it, put it under your name and I'll pay for it. Type shit. Davion Murphy's phone also tracked from Jacksonville to Tampa with the rest of the suspects, so they all rolled together. Davion's phone is in the vicinity of McDonald's on Fletcher at the same time he's seen on camera driving the cruise there. Davion's phone is in the vicinity of the Airbnb at the same time he's seen on camera there. Davion's phone tracked to Lake Butler at 18:02 hours on June 23rd. At the same time, the Silver Cruise hit the license plate reader there on the way back to Jacksonville. Based off Davion's phone hidden with the cruise on its way back to Jacksonville, it was apparent that post-homicide, Sean Gaithright drove his suspect Impala to conceal it at his family member's house in Polk County. Davion Murphy took the suspect cruise back to Jacksonville, and the other three defendants, Isaiah Chance, Rashad Murphy, and Alicia Andrews, traveled back to Jacksonville in the Uber, which all makes sense based on everything that we just heard. There was evidence that Rashad Murphy likely did not have his own phone during his time in Tampa. The iCloud warrant on Sean Gaithright's phone revealed at approximately 12:58 p.m. And 13:01, that's 1:01 p.m. on the 23rd. So this was the afternoon after they did it. Did hit at 4-something in the morning. This was like 1 o'clock that afternoon. On the 23rd, the same day. Gaithright's phone messaged two separate numbers while they were still at the Airbnb in Tampa. One message read, "I'm coming home. My thirst is quenched. Pop a bottle of Don Julio today. Murphy." And the other message read, "I'm coming home. My thirst is quenched. I love you. Murphy." Gang. What in the 1800s? What does "I'm coming home, my thirst is quenched"? Pop a bottle, like, gang, what? "I'm coming home, my thirst is quenched." He was thirsty. And he the one that shot the switch. Remember I told you it just keep getting worse and worse for this nigga. Rashad Murphy is fucked. He the one that shot the switch. And now you tell me he was thirsty. This is also the one that when he got locked up had a Bible and a poodle. This nigga had a Bible in one hand and a little Shih Tzu in the other hand, and was like had a gun to his head and all type of like, bro, what? He said his thirst was quenched. I guess he was coming home. Murphy signed his name to both messages sent from Gaithwright's phone because he didn't have a phone, so he had to use somebody else's phone to send these very incriminating messages right after he did a hit. Both sent from Gaithwright's phone, and it was proven Davion Murphy had his own phone. So it wasn't Davion, nigga. It was Rashad Murphy. JSO gang detectives with intimate knowledge of Charles Jones, a.k.a. Julio Foolio, and his 6 block gang know that sipping on Don Julio is intended as disrespect to Charles Jones himself. As we saw the night when Julio got killed, when he was celebrating his birthday, they was drinking Don Julio, and that was, that was his drink of choice. So they troll him now, I guess, with now they taking shots of Don Julio. It's fucking stupid, but that's that's the disses and shit. So let's keep going. We almost done. Let's keep going. The motive for this homicide is tied to an ongoing feud spanning years between Charles Jones' 6 block gang and 2 rival gangs, ATK and 1200 allied together. Defendant Isaiah Chance is a documented ATK gang member. He says otherwise, so does ATK, but okay. And defendants Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy are documented 1200 gang members. The feud between 6 block is rival gangs ATK and 1200 has spanned over a decade with dozens of murders by and against both sides. It was apparent the defendants worked together acting in concert to actively hunt and ultimately kill Charles Jones as part of this gang feud. The medical examiner determined the cause of death of Charles Jones to be a homicide. The undersigned assistant state attorney certifies that they have received testimony under oath supporting the grounds and the essential facts alleged in this motion. The state respectfully requests the honorable court to order pretrial detention as the defendants committed these offenses. There's a substantial possibility that the defendant committed are the factual circumstances of the crimes indicated, blah, blah, blah. They basically saying, bro, look, that's what we got. That's the evidence. They did this shit. Lock them up. Don't let them out. And yeah, I mean, that's the end of it. That's the end of it. We ran through the 18 pages. So my takeaway from all of this, man, Sean Gaithright and Gutta Zay somehow were able to be the masterminds behind this shit. Alicia Andrews, she was the GPS, I guess. Like there was literally no reason for her to be there. And as we see, as soon as they Mirandized it, she started talking and telling what she knew. So, and then the 2 brothers, I mean, they just seem like crash outs, if you ask me. I mean, y'all older. These is older niggas, and they shooting switches and using the other nigga AR style rifle, using the other nigga. These older niggas that is taking direction from younger niggas, essentially, and crash the fuck out. Bro. There was no plan behind this. There was no plan, gang. It was, they seen he was promoting his appearances in Tampa, and they said, this our chance. Was it about some money? Maybe. Foolio said he knew it was money on his top. He said that. He said that out his own mouth. He knew it was money on his head. So maybe, they saw it as like a quick bag, I guess. I don't know. But, I mean, not even if they did see it as a quick bag and it was a quick bag, you can't collect now because if somebody pay you, then they gonna be caught up in this shit too. So, hey man, we will see how it play out. I'll keep the developments going, I guess, on this story. Y'all let me know if y'all like this style of video, man. Let me know if y'all wanted me to keep going with the chill spot news, kind of in the more kind of niche realm. You know what I'm saying? Because I can keep up with these news stories. This kind of stuff come across my desk all day. You know what I'm saying? Running it Chill Spot Instagram and Chill Spot TikTok. Y'all follow me on both. It's the Chill Spot. You know what I'm saying? TikTok been going up lately too, man. So y'all definitely make sure y'all tap in on TikTok. It's the Chill Spot. Yeah, man. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all drop anything y'all got to add in the comments. Anything I might have missed. If I might have misspoke or something, man. Y'all let me know in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all of this, man. I mean, it's crazy, but as y'all can see, this is the paperwork from the Hillsborough County courthouse. So that's what's going on with the Foolio thing, man. 4 people in custody, one still on the run. RP Foolio. Prayers to everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no side in this. You know, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, man, y'all let me know what's going on, man. It's your boy B Rats. It's the chill spot, man. I'm out.